get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they come in off another victory a weekend ago. That ran their win streak up to 7 now.
And I think that win last week established them as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with confidence and swagger, and you need that to go a long way.
Season is upon us. We can give to the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by guys who are still trying to prove themselves here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
Now, the meeting we had this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
And hoping to get rid of that interception bug. Now a first down throw, Warner.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Warner. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Out of the gun, here's Warner.
That's complete right side to Komet.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely, as one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping that one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
On 2nd down, Warner. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already, I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
Well, this is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool, he looks calm, he looks collected in marching them down the field.
And, Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve because we're calling these guys rookies. But, you know, they've thrown the football so much at a younger level now, way more so than what we saw when guys came into the league when you and I came through.
And also just the way, in particular to him, Charles, how he handles himself in meetings. Just so professional, mature. Looks like he's been in the league.
They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Vikings are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 16 carries, 86 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, here's Mon. Open here, Adam Thielen. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10. Now Mon. It's hauled in by Shepard.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On 2nd down, Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Mon looks to throw.
This is caught. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, only their first drive, Charles, but they talked to us about needing to convert on 3rd down, in particular not letting 3rd and short opportunities slip through their fingers. Well, they were successful right there.
It also tells you that they're successful on 1st and 2nd down as well to get to 3rd and manageable.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list.
And the Vikings take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others.
There he goes left side. 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago.
David Montgomery
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. These two teams all tied after one.
Here's Mond. They're going for it.
That's complete left side to Shepard.
And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Mond fumbles it.
And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try to convert the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
87 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Woodson, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give running left with Montgomery. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now Warner. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Warner steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, you do need to know as a young quarterback that if you're going to spread the field, the ball's got to come out quick, and you have to know where to go with the football really in pre-snap. Identify where you want to go and get rid of it.
Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Again, it's Cook. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The quarterback run good for 10 that time, and it does lead to a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bears take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
To throw, Warner. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down again.
Brian Asamoah working his way in to pick up the sack.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Now here's Trenton Gill on to punt.
Let's take it at around the 40. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And out now come the Vikings. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
He's really putting together a spectacular season. That interception, number 11 now in the year.
And I know we're all taught that 7 is a lucky number. I'd say 11 is for him, huh? No doubt about it.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. First down now, but that clock rolling. Warner from the gun.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Chicago. 31 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Warner to throw. Being chased out left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw on 2nd down, Warner toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
So on 4th down, Cairo Santos on now for the Bears field goal.
From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Santos' kick is up been through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll find Thielen, work in the middle. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Mon going to throw it.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here's Mon.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And this one is incomplete. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And he has got it from 55 yards away.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Off the play fake, Mon.
And that is incomplete.
You know, he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
On 2nd and 10,
Mon.
This is Shepard on the catch. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, Mon.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down. It's a gain of 12 on fourth. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Mond's throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. From just shy of midfield, Mond. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. The 20, 10. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach.
Now Warner's hit, and he loses it. And the Vikings pick up the football. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Extra point now by Boswell. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
94 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Play action. It's Warner. And his throw here's incomplete. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now a handoff up the middle. Woodson. Oh, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. From the gun, here's Mond. It's hauled in by Shepard. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Running for it, here's Cook. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On the counter, Hunt.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. They'll run with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Kellen Mond scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now up to 14. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
It'll be Warner on first down.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
105 yards on the ground so far for Montgomery. It's a first down.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though...
Back now at Soldier Field. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you could have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Mond looks to throw.
And he fires one, but incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. Always got some breathing room. Touchdown, Chicago! David Montgomery
His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Santos with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC.
And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wild card spots with 2 weeks to go. But you know, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year.
Following a good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Here's Cook again.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
They run the counter with Cook. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there on 4th and 3.
They did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Now a 1st down throw, Warner. Now they go screen, it's complete. Room here to run. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Bears have got it back to within a score.
Santos now to add the PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal now. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. 1 play, 75 yards, 6 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit. And you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Okay, ready?
2nd and 4. They run it again with Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
How about that for a call? Leading in the second half, fake punt, but this one's going to work against them.
And, partner, I love a fake punt as much as anyone. In fact, I might love it more than other people, but in this case, probably a step too far because not only does it not work, but look at the field position they gave up after the attempt.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They start the drive with Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here.
And the defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory.
Charles, for this losing side, they're